Hey guys, long time no see. I might have taken a little family time during the summer, so it's been quite a while actually since I painted. It's just that I had enough photos left over, or I have so many pieces that I've done that I have photos to last me for days, so I can always post because I don't want to disappear off the face of the earth on y'all. So I didn't give anybody any warning that I was going to be doing this, and it's the middle of the day, and I expect most people to be working, so I only expect a handful of people. But I just thought we could do this piece from beginning to end together. I'm going to do it for myself so I can do whatever I want. Hey, Miss K. I've already taken the hardware off. I cleaned and wiped it down with Crud Cutter. And then some water. Obviously, it was pretty dirty. I had to do a tiny bit of sanding on a chipped piece of veneer on the top. It's a solid wood. Hey, Miss Linda. Hi, Sue. I know, it's like, oh, she's on for like the first time in forever. Thanks, Miss K. Miss K. I miss Puerto Rico right now. 95 did not feel in Puerto Rico what it feels like in Texas. Jeez Louise. It's hot. But anyway, I can do whatever I want to this piece. And I had asked y'all a while back if I did lives, what did y'all want to see? And I got lots of answers. And I thought, you know what? There's a lot of different things I could do to this piece. And since it's mine, I'm going to put it in my closet. I think it's going to be, hey, Tina. It's going to be a jewelry organizer. I'm ordering jewelry trays from Amazon to put in the drawers and, you know, those little stand-up things. Hey, Stephanie. Long time no talk to. Those little stand-up jewelry chests just really don't hold that much. And I had two pieces I was deciding from, and it was this or a lingerie chest, and I decided this. And somebody's already looked at it and said, you know, I want that. Don't paint it. And I mean, if y'all could be up close, it is scratched and nicked, and it's just a little, not very expensive pine piece, and it honestly needs a makeover no matter what. And my mind is screaming blues these days. So, oh, and I thought I would let y'all know. So when I was in Puerto Rico, I thought to myself, I'm glad I inspired you because I am not inspired. It looks like a mess to me, but I sold several pieces just off posting that picture, and I've got tons of like project pieces and smalls that I need to post to put up for sale. But anyway, so don't quote me on this. It won't work for everybody, so don't call me if your paint runs, but I'm just going to tell y'all, Texas heat is like hot, and the week after I left, they had a hot streak here, and it was like 114 degrees, and all my paints have been sitting on my shelves above my workbench all summer. And I'm just saying, I've already shaken all of these cans really well. I'm gonna hey Kimberly, I'm going to mix them up for you so you can see them on the stick. But all my paints are in great shape, because I was thinking to myself, my goodness, if I go back, like, do y'all know how much paint I have? And I thought, my gosh, what if I should have like put it all in the house? What if I ruined it? But y'all know the first blue. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of blending on this piece. Don't quote me, because I'm a woman and my mind changes from day to day. I was thinking a little bit of blending, maybe just a 2-color blending, maybe a 3-color blending. I was thinking some Shiva, because, you know, I just don't really do very much without Shiva at all. And I was maybe even thinking, hey, Kimberly, I was maybe even thinking of doing some gold leaf just in odd places on the drawers. And that way you guys could see me use the all-in-one paint. You could see me Shiva. You could see me gold leaf. And, I mean, that covers a lot of the areas that you guys seem to want to see all on one piece. And since it's mine, I can go as gaudy or as plain as I want. And if I don't like it, if we get too far into it and I don't like it, I can paint it all over. But you know, the first blue I'm going to show y'all is Mediterranean. Kimberly, I have not blended a piece since that dresser that looked like blue jeans with gold on it. That was the last time I blended. So I'm not saying I'm going to make it look easy or a pro or anything, but, you know, we're all just, it's amongst friends. Who cares if, as long as I'm doing it in front of y'all. Y'all, come on. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I was looking at a post this morning and somebody was saying about Mediterranean and it had too much green in it. And I don't know what y'all are seeing, but what I see looks like that it might have green, but I'm telling y'all, this does not have green. My paint's lasted, Linda. I feel like I lucked out. So here is Mediterranean. Got me some French Trois. I only have the 3-ounce sample size. So on one hand I was telling myself, y'all, really, why does it happen every time? Why don't I put on an apron? But I was thinking to myself, how cool if I could get away with seeing it's just a 3-ounce sample, or I think it's 8-ounce. Why do I keep saying 3-ounce? It's 8-ounce. 8-ounce sample would cover this whole chest. But then with my luck, it wouldn't. There's literally sweat running down my face, y'all. There you go. Kay has a chest in Mediterranean. It shows no... I've never done a piece of Mediterranean that showed green. Here's French Trois. And guys, if it's blocked by the comments, you can just swipe right and turn the comments off and look at the color if you can't see it, and then swipe left and bring the comments back. Y'all better take note. Hey, Miss Francis, how are you? The bad thing is, for the people that aren't catching this, I wasn't a very good organizer, didn't like put out a picture or anything that said I'm going live. But for the people that missed this, they're not gonna, y'all just ignore everything I've said up until now, because whenever who's on with me decides what color to paint this chest, I'm gonna paint it. Here's Wedgwood. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just want to paint everything in a shade of blue right now. No offense, but I swear I do not want to paint antique white. Being here, that is so popular, shabby chic, Waco, Texas. In case you're new or you've never caught me, my name is Nicole Kappas with 2 Broke Housewives in Waco, Texas, home of Shiplap City and Magnolia Table. This is Wedgwood. And I would appreciate it if you guys would share this page, the more, or this live, the more, or the page, you know, whatever, do both. I'm not too proud to beg. The more you share it, the more people that will see it. Wedgwood. Let me also, hey Kim, let me also remind you guys that I sell all of these paints on my Amazon influencer page. You just push the shop now button. I have everything I don't want to live without for sale on there. Last night I added some new Shivas. I added ultramarine blue, and it is to die for. Oh, it looks black on the picture. Do not overlook it or misjudge it. Look at the swatch, the second picture. And last night I wrote with it on a piece of paper last night, and I was like, oh. Wedgwood blue Shiva stick. Don't know what I'm gonna put it on, but I'm gonna put it on something. So this is Irish Garden. Now this is a soft blue, and it does have and can have in the right light the lightest amount of just dreamy, creamy green in it, like a green blue. One more, Antoinette. Francis, that's it. Maybe I just want to paint blue so it'll like take me back to the ocean. Hi, Shirley. Antoinette. Hey, Matt. Thank you, Lori, for sharing. I appreciate it. Antoinette. So I'm not kidding, guys. Swap your comments right. Turn them off for a second if you can't see these pictures. I'm going to go through and show you these 5 blues one more time. Swap it back to left and tell me what color, and you know, whoever says them or whatever color gets, hey Kristen, whatever color, hi Trudy, gets mentioned the most, we're going to sit here and paint this. Mediterranean. Please. Hey Jessie. How are you from Spain? Is it hot over there? Monique, I am going to paint this piece today. You guys are going to decide and tell me what color. French Trois. Wedgwood. Hey, Dana, I'll paint in the house and just put them under cans of vegetables or fruits. I just want it lifted a little bit to make sure I get the bottom of the feet. Irish Garden. Francis, you're my kind of girl, and you know it. You know the way to my heart. And Antoinette. Okay, let's go. Tell me what color to paint it. Show me hearts if you say Mediterranean. Hey, I want to mention one other thing while I'm thinking about it. So I have some hearing impaired viewers, and they try to read my lips, and y'all know I'm ADD and I'm everywhere, and I look at the piece and it's hard, and I figured it out today. If you're hearing impaired, I try to upload all my videos. Y'all are giving me so many colors, I don't even know what to do. I try to upload all my videos to my YouTube channel, to Broke Housewives. I have a YouTube channel. And I just figured out today that if you're hearing impaired, you know, you can sit here and watch me live and type, and I can talk back to you, but you may not know exactly what my lips are saying. Go to my YouTube channel, subscribe to it, click on a video, click on the video, top 3 buttons on the top left, or top right, and come down, it'll give you options, and it either says, I think it says captions, and you can choose English, and it will close caption it, you know, frame by frame for you, and you won't have any problem knowing exactly what I'm saying. Hey, from Denmark. I'm scared I'm going to slaughter your name. Everybody slaughters my last name. Helly? Hell? My last name is Kappas, and everybody's like Cappers and Naps and Nappas and whatever. Okay, y'all, let me look real quick. But my distinct feeling is that, I'm sorry, guys, I think Mediterranean like really won. There's a Wedgwood, there's an Irish Garden, there's an Antoinette. Neighbors, y'all know. Helen will be watching this video later, so hello. Antoinette. It's so hot here, Dana, there's sweat running down my face. And I have mosquito bites on my face. And so they're itching and the sweat is making them worse. Irish Garden. Hey, Kelly. So many people want, like, Linda, you make me want to do it, but I think people want to see Mediterranean. So that's what I'm going to do. But if you guys want to see any of the colors, you know, I have that other live. Hey, Carla. Hey, y'all. I shared a post this morning from the Junkyard Jewel for her candles, and that is Miss Carla right there. She makes amazing smelling candles. Anyway, if you guys want to see any of these colors, I did the live with the big frame and put like almost all the colors on that live, and used Shivas on all the colors. So Mediterranean really won. Hey, Tabitha. So let me just get all this other stuff wiped off and put away. I've got my brush. I'm ready to start going. Trudy, I'm sorry. Don't make me feel guilty. Make me feel bad. Okay. let me show you how well this paint covers. And let me tell you the difference between this paint and other chalk paints. The difference is typically you're going to have to wax your chalk style paints. Not with this one. It's got a built-in sealant. It's got a little bit of acrylic to help seal itself. But most chalk paints go on with a little bit of roughness, not completely soft. And this stuff feels like satin when you have it put on. And most chalk paints are flat and matte. And I know that's all the rage for some people, and they love it. But this has, outside of, I would say, the Polo and definitely Iron Gate. Iron Gate looks kind of matte, but all the rest of these colors have the most beautiful satin sheen you have ever seen. So I'm just going to put like a styrofoam plate. And my favorite brush, I'm going to bring y'all right over here to the side. Now that's the only bad thing about putting the camera on cans, is that I can't move the piece around like I want to. Put not too much, not too drippy, not too little, just the right amount. Look at that. Is that beautiful? I just slung it on my white wall. But that's okay. Can you guys see? Tell me if y'all can't see. All I did to this piece was I sanded the top just a hair. Only because it had a piece of chipping veneer. Watch your corners. I always like to watch my corners. But I just slightly sanded the top, that piece of veneer, just to smooth it out. And I got my TSP and sprayed it down and wiped it down. And that was it. Took the hardware off. The screws are still in there. I could be using my True Applicator sponge right here, but I'm not. I just find the brush so easy. Am I ignoring y'all? Kimberly, I'm so messy and so sweaty. Did I say TSP, Monique? I so did not mean TSP. I meant to say crud cutter. I don't like TSP. TSP is another product that you can clean down with, but it can leave behind a residue, and you definitely got to clean it back down with soap and water. I meant to say crud cutter. Let me clarify that. I've been told that I make this look really easy, but I've been doing it for so long. But quite honestly, if you can manage to paint your fingernails, it's like one of my most famous things. Somebody should hashtag it. If you can manage to paint your own fingernails, you can use this paint. That's pretty good coverage on such a busy piece for one coat, wouldn't y'all say? Can y'all still see? Okay. My neighbors are outside talking if y'all hear any background. Do I clean down every piece, Monique? Absolutely. A lot of paints, you know, say that they're no prep paints, but me personally, I include the step of cleaning. I call that prep for me. Sand down any rough pieces, wipe and clean it down, take the hardware off. I've only ever painted one piece with the hardware on. And it was easy, but this hardware is so kind of cool and easy that I didn't want to leave it on to do it. And I'm just going to go ahead and like stipple this edge right here. Just so that when I get to the top, I can just do the top and not so much have to worry about the edges. I think y'all will have a clearer view on the front. So let me move y'all around. must be a fool. I already have paint on my leg, paint on my arm, paint on my shirt. I want to make sure the drawers are pushed in so that you don't see a differentiation between the body and the drawers. But here we go. And the brush just makes it so easy because I can just push it into those corners. And you guys see the print on these drawers. So you guys can see how well this color is covering this. And some of you are going to ask, well, I'm stippling and it's just a habit. It's what I do. I'm pushing it. If there's any like time. Now that's one thing to be careful of is hairs. That will happen with almost any brush though from time to time, but watch for those hairs. You'd hate to go back and catch a bristle, or in my case, a black lab hair. Look at that. So guys, why don't y'all tell me what y'all been doing this summer? Actually, Dana, there's like really no grain on this. This is sort of, you know, it's not like I sanded it down to bare wood. Thank God for this chalk painter. I would be sanding it down to bare wood. But I don't go with the grain. I just go all over. And so many people will start a project, especially a newbie, and they start doing that first coat, and they see what it looks like, and they just start panicking. The first coat, I'm just kind of, I hate to say I'm slapping it on there because I'm certainly not, but I really, there we go. I just want to get that first coat on there. Another one of my famous sayings is the second coat is where the magic begins. But I will tell you, I'll come back and do this leg again, but that is dadgum near 95% coverage. Hey, Deborah. I do. Let me get, y'all know at least one time I'm going to get up and walk and go away and go out of camera because I forgot something. But I just want to get a screwdriver. Because even though I've done it with the drawers closed, I don't want to leave the drawers closed. I want to be able to pull them out because, trust me, when this stuff cures, it's cured. And I don't feel like having a stuck closed drawer. But I'm not going against the grain. My hardware is not only attached with a screw, but it's attached with a little nail, a little tack, and so I've got the holes from the little tack, so I'm just stippling it and pushing it in that hole, and I'm just you know, once you start, you all get your own groove. If you stipple or you brush on or you like the sponge, and I just have a big habit of, you guys can't see it, I'm sorry. I just have a big habit of alternating between a switch, like the swish, the brush, and that dabbling here and there. It's just my pattern. You play around with a little bit of chalk paint and a brush long enough, you'll figure out what you like, what feels best, and what works for you. You guys need to tell me what y'all did this summer, because I spent most of it, like Miss Kay said, in the middle of the ocean. How long do you wait for the second coat? Honestly, that side is drying so fast because it's so warm that it wouldn't shock me if when I got done with here and went back over there it was already dry. And I'll go ahead and do the second coat right on it when it's dry to the touch. it's drying super fast. What y'all got? Hi, Brooke. Buy, paint, sell, repeat. Carmen, this brush is available on my Amazon page, on my Amazon influencer page. If you just push shop now, it's like $8 and something cents. I have like 5 of these, and it's the one I like. But definitely, you know, with any brush, condition it first, which means, you know, work it out and work all the bristles out so that before you ever use it, so that you don't have bristles coming loose everywhere in your paint finish. Make sure you get the under lip, because sometimes you take a certain kind of picture and you go and you look and you didn't do that under lip, and you got to go back. That's a really easy place to overlook. This paint levels out so nicely. Here's another tip I just thought of, because I looked down to dab more paint and I thought, girl, it's not even going to take that much paint. And it's much easier to pour a little out and have to pour more than to, I don't want to contaminate my paint. And it's, I don't want to pour any unused paint back into my jar. And I'm sitting here thinking, I hope I did not pour too much paint. Because if I did, that means I wasted it. I'm just going to pull these out just a tad. And I will go back later and do the rims of the drawers. The sides of drawers are so easily done with the freaking sponge. Y'all, I got paint and boxes and all kinds of stuff all in the way. So see, if you can tell how much is on there. Honestly, Dana, I'm going to kind of do what anybody wants me to do. We'll just decide what to do with this together. I think I might do a little bit of gold leaf. I'm not going to leave Shiva off practically anything. Sorry. I try to stay out of y'all's way so y'all can see. I'm pretty sure there's nobody on here, or, well, there's very few people. I see some custom clients that have probably never used this paint. But do you see how easy I make it look? I'm not trying to sell myself short. I can work some magic with a Shiva stick, but this paint is literally for the average girl. I never had paint class in high school. I've never even painted a room. Of course, I did have years of painting with other chalk paints and Sherwin-Williams, but I'm telling y'all, this chalk paint is unlike anything. Don't forget to get around all your legs if you're doing a leg piece. In fact, I'm going to have to come back around to the front and get down under it because I guarantee you I missed stuff on that side that somebody could see if they were standing back and viewing it. Don't overwork it. I can tell you that. Or you'll get brush strokes. Just kind of get it on there. Okay, hold on. Those legs that don't have any of that design on it are pretty much covered. But I'm OCD, so I always come back 80 times. Okay, y'all. Let's go to the top. Let me raise y'all up. Does anybody want to come be my camera holder? That would be awesome. To have somebody to just hold it for me. And move it around with me. So I didn't have to do this. So I'm going to go over these little inset groove edges one more time. And now, I'm going to get my sponge. So you get to see the sponge. Good stuff. And I'm just going to lightly, like I probably shouldn't even be doing that, but I'm just going to lightly I mean, this piece is one of those pieces that kind of has those little, you know, little pinprick holes and tucks in it anyway. So I'm just trying to work the paint down into those little holes. Right back here is where I sanded just a tiny amount. Uh-oh. I think I'm going to have to come back and sand that. Maybe. I don't know. It's mine. I may not. And I did pour just enough for the first coat. But like I said, it's almost done. Yeah, I think I'll come back later when I can concentrate and do these drawers because I like straight lines. And I feel like I'm not... Yeah. But... let's go back down and let's look at this other side. Anybody who wants to come over here any day and hold the camera for me is more than welcome to. I mean, it's a nice tripod and all, but this is getting old. Dana, I did not dampen the sponge. Hey, Shauna, I was just thinking about you earlier, wondering where in the heck you are and what you've been doing. Somebody said, I didn't see somebody say they wanted the piece, but it's going to be my jewelry organizer. Okay, so the drawer is already dry to the touch. I mean, I don't want to overhandle it though. I'm going to have to come back and do the sides of those drawers or it's going to drive me nuts. Yeah, honestly, we're all here. I'm just going to pour out. Hey, Eugenia. I'm just going to pour out some, stir it one more time, pour out some more Mediterranean, and we'll just go ahead and put the second coat on it. I love it when my local Do It Best hardware store like gives me 50 stir sticks. It's awesome. So, for all you newcomers, because I shot up from like 7 to over 100 viewers, thank you for your shares. That probably helped. Hi, April. I'm using Heirloom Traditions all-in-one paint in Mediterranean. If you want to know how I prep this piece, just wait till I post it and go back and watch the video. Okay. Girl, you know it's all in one. Mediterranean, you know it's Mediterranean too. So this is how much. Gosh, it looks very teal on my camera, and it is so not. But y'all will see when I take like my setup pictures. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the second coat on here. Somebody screenshot that because that is pretty. Shauna, you know if I'm painting a piece for myself. Honest to be, in all fairness, I asked at the beginning of the video. I showed 5 blues and popular vote of Mediterranean won. I was hoping it would win since this piece is for me. But honestly, I would have put on it whatever was a popular vote. But I think I'm going to do a little bit of blending. So I think I'll probably use 1, maybe 2 more blues on this. Maybe a little bit of Coliseum. See you guys? A bristle. Mistakes happen to everybody. Make sure you guys can see. I'm always paranoid that I'm sitting here working and you guys can't see. And I hate those people that do lives and stand in front of the camera and you can't see anything. It's been so long since I did a live. I have to admit, I was just a teeny bit nervous when I came on. And now it feels like I did one yesterday. Hold on. Hey, Geraldine. Hey, Miss Sylvia. Hi, Norma. What did y'all ask? I'm not paying attention. They would. Kimberly, Harbor Freight sells the most amazing little casters, like 3-sided casters with a thing in the middle, but I just haven't gone across town to get them. And honestly, you know, vegetable cans, fruit cans, paper plates. I have left it on the ground and done it. It would have made it easier on me because I could move the piece around where y'all could have perfect views. But y'all know me. I don't come into lives always well prepared. I think this is going to be my last coat of this color. I mean, I'm looking for anywhere that even remotely needs it splotched on a little more. But I don't see anywhere. Sweating. Shauna, I'm going to show you the blending, but I haven't done it in a while. Dana, honestly, it's just personal preference. I have like 3 of the HTP brushes. It just depends on what I reach up and grab that day. The HTP brush has a slightly different sort of oval shape. Sort of oval. And this is like perfectly round. Hey, Nat. Shauna, it's Heirloom Traditions All-in-One in Mediterranean. Hey, Janine. Second coat. I'm so glad I actually did remember to take a before. There's a lot on here that doesn't even need to be gone back over with the second coat. And I don't need to get it perfect because, like I said, I'm going to probably do a little bit of blending on here. When I posted the picture of me cleaning my garage the other day, I sold several pieces off that post alone. I haven't really posted anything for sale because I feel like I'm still trying to get used to back to school and crazy schedules and 4 kids on 4 campuses. And anyway, somebody bought a matching set of solid wood French Provincial nightstands. And she is an amazing repeat client, and I knew she would not let me down, and she would not be boring. And I ordered the paint, and I'm waiting for it to come in, and it is the most royal purple. And I'm going to maybe do a little bit of gold leaf and a little bit of gold Shiva, and I fully expect these things to be mind-blowing. Miss Norma, it's Heirloom Traditions All-in-One paint in the color Mediterranean. You can push the shop now button on my page and on my 2 Broke Housewives page, and it will take you to my Amazon page, and if you scroll down you will find Mediterranean. It's funny, whatever, like it's true that like these lives sort of push product. Like when I did that first Stonehenge and gold piece, I turned around and literally had like 8 customs who wanted Stonehenge and gold. And Stonehenge became the #1 seller on my personal Amazon page. And when I did that first Mediterranean blended piece, Mediterranean was hot. But ever since I showed those bathroom cabinets in Antoinette, Antoinette is the #1 bestseller right now. Juju, you're gonna die. I think it's gonna go in my closet. Because as a furniture refinisher, I've gotten to the point where I have to see something I absolutely love and I cannot live without, but I have to sacrifice. I have to like it enough to give something up. And I am to that point. I have some great pieces, painted and unpainted. And I don't have anywhere to put this, but I want a jewelry organizer, and I don't want like the one that stands up and Bridget, what? My company name? Yes, I will. But it's really boring. I don't want the stand-up one. I feel like it doesn't hold enough. I don't know. I hate the opening doors on the side where the like necklaces lay. So I was like, I had 2 pieces, a French Provincial lingerie chest and this one to choose from. And Amazon sells these jewelry trays, like the things that have fingers on them for rings and necklaces with hooks to hang them on, and bracelets and trays for your big jewelry. And I decided on this piece. This is going to be my jewelry organizer, and it is going to be hidden in my closet. Bridget, you are fixing to be so disappointed. When I started painting, well, first off, let me clarify. There is only one Broke Housewife. There is not two. There has never been two. There has always been only me. I just thought that a Broke Housewife sounded kind of lame if two Broke Housewives doesn't already. And I didn't want to be a Broke Housewife. But at the time, my oldest son had like been homeschooled for a year, had 2 brain surgeries, got diagnosed with autism, and we had medical bills out the wazoo. And I needed to like figure out a way to contribute and help pay it. And I was like terrified of going to a 9-to-5 and putting, I only had 2 in school at that time, so I had 2 at home, and I couldn't fathom putting the kids in daycare and leaving them and whatnot. And I'm sure it's like a lot of, you know, stay-at-home moms do this, because at some point they reach a point where they've got to figure out how to contribute to the house, and they want to stay on with their babies, and they start it, and then it just turns into something and blossoms. I had no idea in 2013 when I started this that I would have 7,000 followers, or that I would be a Amazon influencer. If I had, I think I would have named. Anyway, sorry, I have it on airplane, and that was a video call that just came through. It'll probably happen one more time because the person who called is not going to stop. Anyway, I was broke, and I was a housewife, and I wanted to figure out a way to stay home with kids, and I just thought, I'm just a broke housewife, and I thought that doesn't sound very good, so I made it 2 Broke Housewives. That's it, and now I'm too far gone to change it. Told you that was like the worst story ever. I bet your kitchen table is beautiful, Juju. I feel like I've said it 18 times, but people just keep popping on. This is Heirloom Traditions paint. They have 3 lines of paint. They have an original stock child paint. What did I just say? Did I just say stock child paint? I'm talented. Chalk style paint that has to be waxed like a typical chalk paint. They are actually low on stock in that, as they are getting rid of that line to focus on the self-sealing, self-leveling standalone chalk paint. So they have Finish All, which can, the difference between that and this all-in-one is that Finish All can be painted on fabric and still feels good. And all-in-one is just a standalone chalk paint. The only time that I ever have felt, honestly, the only time and I'm only speaking for myself, so I don't want somebody to come back and say, well, you said, the only time I've ever primed this paint was if I was using white or the antique white, the Manor House, the Coliseum, or the Cashmere. But I feel like I have not found a white paint that I did not feel like I didn't have to prime for. I would prime for white no matter what I was using. It will make your life so much easier and be the difference between like 3 coats and 8 coats. Hey, Becky. Miss Norma, you can, on my Facebook page, push the shop now button, and it takes you straight to I'm an Amazon influencer. So I make like a small kickback, like, I'm not sure, I think it's like 3% off anything purchased through my link. And I have everything on there that I use. The all-in-one paints, the Finish All paints, my favorite brush, my favorite sanders, my favorite paint sprayer, gloves. I have Shiva sticks, which, oh my goodness, Miss Norma, you've got to be new to my page if you don't know about this paint. And once I introduce you to Shiva, between all-in-one and Shiva, you're going to have a new addiction. Can I get an amen? Yeah, this is the last coat of this color. It's covered. It looks pretty. I will tell y'all, I'm not going to Shiva or gold leaf today. Not that quickly. I need to give it some time to dry and sit. But I promise you that I will not gold leaf or Miss Norma. It's two Broke Housewives. You are watching me. I'm the two Broke Housewives. So I think you've got to be on my page, Miss Norma. Can somebody help her out and like, thank y'all for the Shiva stick. When I get through, which should be in, you know, about 5 minutes, if I can possibly shut up and paint, I will just stop long enough to show y'all the 3 new Shiva sticks that I ordered while I was gone and got in the mail. And then I'm going to show y'all 2 other things. I know a lot of people are making their own molds right now for like furniture appliques, but I am the girl that does not want to do that. So, of course, Amazon, my go-to, and I found some really affordable, really pretty wood appliques, and I ordered 2 of them, only 2 at this point, because I have 2 antique beds, twin-size beds that are to die for, but they need, you know, a little something, something. And I ordered 2 appliques for one of these beds, and I added them to my Amazon page, and I think y'all are gonna die when you see them. I just hope my old age mind can remember what I paid for them. I'm trying to think right now. I think I paid $6 for one and $11 for the other one. And they're gorgeous. They're not your walk into Hobby Lobby on the trim aisle and appliques. They're pretty. Going down the legs one more time. Doesn't need it though. It's 100% covered. Man, spindles and chairs are no fun to paint. These legs made me think, I should have sprayed. But I honestly do not prefer spraying. Okay, my OCD just wants to keep going, but that's the bit of advice I'll give you with this paint is just stop. Just stop yourself. Don't overwork it. Yeah, I have to put these legs down one more time. Can y'all see the sweat running down my face? Whew. Did any of you other refinishers have any advice for me on like how to make this look more graceful? Besides get somebody over here to hold the camera for me? So, back to the True Applicator Sponge. This is also on my Amazon page. This is also an Heirloom Traditions paint project. And for big flat surfaces, it makes my life so easy. It's reusable. You just wash and clean the sponge out. And like you got a little handle. And oops, fill it up. And since I stippled the first time and kind of pushed the paint into any of those little dings or holes, I don't have to do that this time. I still don't think I'm quote unquote going against the grain. I guess I went the direction you would think that you would go up here, but I guess I just go against the way I think the grain's going. There. Now, oh my gosh, yet again. I bet some people just hate me and hate my lives. Because they are so, I certainly don't look professional, do I? I don't know how you guys are sticking around and putting up with me, to be honest. Okay. Oh, Lord. Hot. So, my guess is a quart of paint would have done that. It's a decent sized little chest. It's bigger than a nightstand. My hands are so wet from sweat that I can't screw the top on. And my clothes are wet. Okay, guys. Let me show y'all this. I ordered some new Shivas. Somebody asked me last night, they're such wild colors, what the heck? Because Shivas come in like almost every color. What the heck are you going to use those on? I'm like, I don't know, but I'm going to find something. Y'all, do you see this? This is iridescent green. Tammy, oh Lord. My sign on the wall says, always pray to have eyes that see the best in people, a heart that forgives the worst, a mind that forgets the bad, and a soul that never loses faith in God. It's just, I feel like I should put it up in the house somewhere, but it's such a lovely daily reminder just to be kind. If we had more kindness, we'd all be so much better. And I just want to look at it. It's just so pretty. And I got it at Hobby Lobby when it was like 40% off week. Every other week. So, the Hobbly Lobbly Shiva paint stick in iridescent green. You guys know I love the copper golden metallic, but I just want to see if this was different. So this is a pewter gray. It's not iridescent and it doesn't have the sheen to it. Anybody got a little girl? Because this is iridescent pink. This would probably be amazing on like Iron Gate, Mediterranean, whites, Cathedral. It'd probably be really pretty on Cathedral. Gold Shiva on Cathedral blew my mind. And I got this, which I already had to open. This is ultramarine blue, and it may look, well, it does look pretty on my end. But I wrote with it on a piece of paper last night. And y'all, you could put this on red for like an Americana theme. Tina, if I knew your middle name, I would use it right now. Like Tina Marie, how can you have not used a Shiva yet? You could use this on red for Americana. You could use this on white. I bet it'd look amazing on Iron Gate, Cathedral. You could use it on any of the blues. I bet you could blend it with a lighter blue Shiva on white to create a beachy look. Because vice versa, if you use a white Shiva on the blues, they look like uber beachy. And let me show y'all these appliques that I... See, I know, Mama's got eyes everywhere, Miss Tina Marie. Exactly. Dana, I show that in several of my videos, but I'm going to show, you know, when I get down to business, I'm going to go step by step again. But honestly, I wear gloves, and it just, it's self-sealing because it's oil-based, so it seals itself. And honestly, don't make it too difficult. In the past, I've like, you could use a knife, you could use like a razor, whatever. Just use your thumb and peel that fine film off, thin film off, and go to town. And you will know, you can see where the film's coming off. I think sometimes people overthink things. And and ask me questions that I would have never thought to have asked someone. And I'm telling you, your question isn't one of them. But I've had some weird questions about Shivas. And I've also found some people that didn't like Shivas. Didn't think they were easy to work with. And that's okay. We don't all like the same things, but they're amazing. And they range anywhere from like $8 to $11 a piece. That's my guess. Bye, Linda. Y'all, look at this wood applique. It is, let me see if this has the size of it, because it is a large applique. I would hold it up to the twin size bed if I could get to the twin size bed in the middle of all that. Y'all, this is 11 7/8 tall by 7 5/8 wide. Like, this is a big piece. And I think this, like I said, I added it to my Amazon page. And I've only ordered the 2, so I've only added the 2. They have a ton more to look at. But this was like $11. And I know a lot of people are using, like, I think IOD molds and making their own molds and appliques and stuff. And I just don't want to. I get it this in like 2 days with Prime shipping. And so I've got these gorgeous twin size beds. They are screaming for a little bit of something. Headboard, footboard, side rails. And I ordered that for the middle of the headboard. Like, dress this sucker up. And of course, I'm thinking, it's just my thought, I'm thinking a light dreamy blue with a white, with some gold Shiva, with possibly some black gel wax. That's just my thought at this point. But again, I change my mind constantly. Okay, I'll tell you this. They are packed really well. If plastic wrap can make someone look like an idiot, here we are. These are, thank you, Miss Janine. That is a good point. Thank you. I knew somebody would help me justify it somehow. I'm thinking I do so many other things for myself. You know, I should be able to, like, make an applique or whatever. Like, it makes me feel lazy. But these, I'm telling you, you can't go into Hobby Lobby and get these. So these are the first time I'm seeing these in person. This applique is 11 5/8 wide by 1 3/4 tall. And this will go on the footboard of a twin size bed, and this will go on the headboard. This was like $6 and something, and this was like 11 and something. And do you know what they're gonna look like with gold Shiva on them? But it was so awesome. Feels good to kind of be back in the groove. Maybe tomorrow around lunch or shortly thereafter, maybe I will get back on here and we'll do a little bit of blending. I need to blend first, and then maybe we'll add in a little bit of gold leaf and some Shiva. And I know that I missed half y'all's comments, and I'm telling y'all, it's gotten to the point. My Facebook had 78 notifications yesterday, and I want to just go ahead and let y'all know right now, I'm so sorry if I miss anybody or don't answer somebody. I promise you I don't do it on purpose. I don't overlook it. I'm just a little bit overwhelmed, and if you will keep bothering me, it won't bother me, but I will eventually see it and answer you. It has been great. Oh, wait. Mr. Dingman. Bridget, I'm going to use an adhesive and then like glue and clamp, and then depending on how I feel after that, nail gun maybe. Thanks, Dana. Hey, Tina. I don't know you guys, but I love all you guys. A lot of you guys have been with me for a long time, and y'all are patient with me and put up with my talk forever, like unorganized lives, and I appreciate it, and you beg for more because you're gluttons of punishment. I would love it if y'all would share the page, share the video. If you need any of the products in this video, just push the Shop Now button on 2 Broke Housewives. Thank y'all. Bye.